We are almost at our treehouse spot. Behold, the tree for our octagon treehouse.
This is where the tree is going. Treehouse.
Right by the jungle gym, we'll move it. And we have a fire pit. And there's all our wood we dragged out the other day. And tell them about your cool fancy things you made.
Well, we will show you the cool fancy things we made. This is Cannon.
He's gonna go down the slide.
Yeah, right. All right, let's go show the brackets that we're gonna have to hold up our treehouse. Hi.
Hello.
We're back. So I'm gonna show you the brackets that we made for Danielle's World Treehouse. This is the first time I made anything like it. And this is what I used. Old rusty metal that we gathered from a pile of rusty metal in the back of our property. It's an old pipe. So what I did was I cut it down into sections and cut the pipe into little pieces like this. So we cut it down and then we grind the edges off so it's not super sharp. And then when we're all ready, we use, let me back up actually. When I first got it, I used this thing. It's a wire brush. Only grown-ups can use this power tool. And always wear gloves, because if you don't, you get a boo-boo like that. So Danielle and I gathered this rusty old metal out of our pile, and I used that wire brush to scrape off all the rust. This is what it ends up with. So it's kind of shiny, but you can still see some of the rust on there, which is fine. And you can see the new metal right there when we cut it. So it's still very strong, not gonna go anywhere. We take this part and that, we set it down, and we weld it together. And I'm gonna show you that. So before we weld, actually these pipes are just a little bit bigger than the bar we want. So we're gonna go stick them in the vise and squish them.
Okay, so what's the vise that you're talking about?
A vise is this thing right here. You spin it around and it can hold things. And if you spin it really hard for strong, you can squish things. So we're just gonna stick this in here, right in the middle.
And squish out his organs.
Yep. Remember, we're turning this circle into an oval. Gotta crank one a little bit. Maybe very strong for this too.
Now, if you ever want to build your own treehouse like this, you better ask a ton of grown-ups for help. Okay. Except we're doing this with one grown-up.
Yeah. So now if you look at it, see how it's like an oval? It was a circle, now it's an oval. Now that oval, I undo it, it'll stretch out a little bit.
Oh, yeah, it does look like an oval a little bit. Especially from this angle.
Do it again.
This is not going to be Sissy's treehouse, it's going to be my treehouse. It's going to be Jarem drilled and I'm going to do stop motion in it.
Well, there he goes to the treehouse, which we haven't built yet. Ha ha ha.
So we set up our spot. Remember we squished this? So now when you lay it down here, it's almost the exact width of our piece of metal here. And I have to put these in different spots than on the other ones, so when we drill it into the tree, that the bolts aren't close together. So now we have this all set up, and I'm going to weld it together, which means I'm going to melt this metal to the other piece of metal. It's gonna be really cool. Actually, it's gonna be really hot. So, Danielle, go ahead, stand back.
Never look directly into it,
yeah.
But the camera might help it so you can look.
Yeah, you'll be able to see on the camera, but Danielle's gonna close her eyes. So to weld, we use electricity, and electricity needs to go into a loop. So I'm gonna click on this piece here. Got my cool helmet. This protects my face from the bright lights.
Because you can't look directly into it.
Right. And it's got special sunglasses on here that when it sparks, this turns black.
Wow, that's super cool. Like color changing.
Safety gloves.
You don't want to cut yourself.
Okay.
Or burn yourself. I'm not looking.
So what's going to happen is the electricity has to move into a loop. So From here, it goes through the cord into the machine, and it comes out through this thing, this little gun. And my glue, which is the welding part, is a little wire right in here. And once I touch contact to the metal, the electricity goes into a loop and a big spark shoots out. Okay?
Right.
You ready, Danielle? Close your eyes. Jarem, close your eyes. Don't look at this. Here we go. First one. Uh-oh.
Close my eyes. Uh-oh, spaghetti.
Yep. You close your eyes, sparks will fly. You want to be safe. Here we go. Making the connection. Oh my gosh, the power went out. Take 119.
Closing my eyes.
Close your eyes. All right, come on over, Danielle, real quick.
Open?
Yeah, come on over. It's stinky. Whew. Record this. So there, if you zoom in, bring it in nice and close, you'll see this piece of metal and this piece of metal were melted together, become one piece. Now I'm gonna go all the way around. All right, so this metal's really hot. You can come a little closer. Metal's really hot where I put it together. Ready?
Mm-hmm. Whoa!
Steam. Come on, buddy.
I remember.
All right. Cool. So I'm not a professional welder by any means, but come on over there, Danielle. And I get that camera. All right. Ugh. So that is a weld. Those two pieces of metal become one. Next step is to grind these areas to smooth them out, and then we paint.
It actually smells kind of like bacon or something.
You know what? I was watching a YouTube video on how to weld, and he said the sound of welding should sound like sizzling bacon.
It smells like smoked bacon. I smell bacon.
Our fourth and final bracket.
I do.
Very hot. The color of the metal changed. It looks like a rainbow. Do you see that?
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's how hot it is. Here's another one up here. Kind of changes in the light.
It smells too much like bacon.
Okay, here we go.
It's so good.
Here comes the steam.
With two of them this time.
It's blue.
Yeah.
Why is it blue?
The color of the metal?
Yeah.
Because it got so hot, it changed colors. Now this is steel. It's the metal we're working with. Maybe we could do some research and figure out why it turned blue. Okay, now we gotta clean off the welds. So check this out. It's a cool tool. We unplug it for safety. This little button here stops it from spinning. Take off the wire brush and put on this cool looking thing.
What is that?
It's a grinding wheel.
Whoa.
So yeah, this is like a stone that's used for scraping off metal. And as little Jarem likes to say, it makes fireworks.
Oh, he told me about this, but I said that it was where you had to close your eyes. I want to see fireworks.
It's loud, so I put hearing protection on.
What am I gonna put on?
And then you're far enough away where it won't bother you. I'm right next to it.
Okay.
Eye protection. Come take a look at the board up here. You see how hot the metal was? It started to burning the wood.
Oh my god.
Yeah, a little fire there. That's fine. Nothing big deal. Okay, are you ready?
All right.
Back up. Now look at it. See? All the goopy, gloppy, really ugly welding that I did, we're gonna smooth it out and make it really nice.
Right now, you're cleaning them off, right, Dada?
Yep, I'm using a stuff called mineral spirits, and it won't make it rust. And it's just to get the last bit of dust off. See a little bit of dirt, a little bit of dust, and some rust. It's gonna come right off. So here, you can see it really got rusty right here. That's from all that water we put on there when it was really hot. It's all one piece. What do you guys think? It's probably my best one I've ever done because I'm new at this. A little spot I missed there, but it's now one. It will never ever come apart. And you can see all yucky all in there. That's what it looks like. Yuck.
But nobody's gonna see that part.
Nope, we're gonna drill a hole there, and that's where the bolt is gonna go through.
And you told them about how the hole helps the tree grow.
Did I?
No.
So yeah, this part is gonna go against the tree, and the tree gets to grow out little by little each year. So we should get 20 years or so of life out of this bracket.
But then in 20 years, I'm probably not gonna be able to fit in the treehouse anymore.
Hopefully you will, because I'm older than you are. Well, yeah,
we're making it tall.
20 years, and yeah, you might get taller than me.
Action.
Okay, next step. Put the holes in here. That's got this nice new tool.
I haven't seen this yet.
These are the bolts
Whoa, that's huge.
that are going into the tree
I
house.
feel like that's gonna go right through the whole tree.
So we gotta drill a hole that'll fit this through there. Oh, did we not get that on film? Here, we'll do a little pretend. Bloop.
Hey, that one. How is oil gonna help?
It's just gonna help with lubrication so we don't dull the drill bit too much. It's going.
Whoa, how is it smoked or steaming? What is that, smoke?
That's smoke. There we go. Now I'm wiggling this a little bit to make the hole wider. Go ahead, stick the camera in there. What do we see?
Light. I see light.
A little bit. There you go.
It's so smelly. You do the rest.
Wait. Before we do the rest, we gotta do a test. So this has to fit through there. And it does. It's actually gonna go in the other way. So I'm going through this.
Oh, the smell, the horrible smell.
Hold your breath. There we go. And that's gonna go in from here to here, goes in the tree.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Here we go. Last step is to paint them.
Not the last step, though.
The last step before we mount them. See, spray paint is very fumey. So you gotta do this outside. And away from animals. Go away, Cannon.
It looks like the same color as the garbage can a little bit.
It
from
is
the
the same
video.
color. Go ahead, zoom in. Now you can see how all it blends together now. That is painted. There's our hole for the bolts. It's like magic.
What are you doing?
I am leveling out.
Dada's leveling it out. He is leveling, ready for the treehouse. So the basic idea is that it's gonna take this tree and then it's be kind of shaped like a lollipop and go around that tree. It's gonna be a big treehouse. This took all day. First one bolted to our tree. I like this tree better than that one. No trees were harmed.
A little hard.
Let's see, I can't really see it. Oh wait. can kind of see it. It looks like a woodpecker. Look at how big that is.
This one is for our bolt that we saw earlier. It only needs to go in to where I marked it with the tape. This little bubble, when it's in the middle of the lines, tells us that when we're straight up and down. So I will use that to make sure I have it straight. And right about, that's level. Wood sawdust. Ooh, it's hot.
What's hot?
The sawdust is hot.
How come?
I was just gonna say
Friction. Friction makes it hot.
Alright guys, go look up a video on friction.
It only goes into here because that's where the bolt doesn't have any of the screw stuff on it. So make sure it fits in the tree. Nice and snug. Whoa.
This is the big bolt. Look at how big that is.
So now, on the washer. Okay.
Angle it. There we go. He's now putting it in the tree.
Get it started. Get it started. And now we get the ratchet.
I like that noise.
It might take a while.
5 hours later.
And that is a level bracket. 1 down, 3 to go.